Extreme low tides in Kai-moana attract power gatherers from all over the country.
So you guys know your sizes and limits and that, do you?
85 where I come from.
While some people readily accept their fate, excuses and denials are the order of the day.
Yeah. Not yours?
Yeah. No. We just pick up
this one.
And Wellington's Maritime Police are on patrol on a cold and windy Guy Fawkes night.
Alcohol and youth, and then we give them fireworks.
That one in the middle's got a measuring device of some sort, doesn't he?
When the tides get really low, power gathering around Kai-moana takes little more effort than stepping off the side of the road. And today, fishery officers are out checking what's been taken from the rocks alongside State Highway 1.
We have very low tides, 0.1 tides, so it's about at the lowest point that they get to through their range, which is particularly attractive for divers. So we expect that we'll see a few more around this weekend than we usually do. Okay, look at that.
Well done.
Oh, that's good. Awesome. Hey, well done. Keep them up.
Yeah.
And make sure you get the size. 10 and 10. You bet.
There's a lot of good power about, and people seem to be sticking to their limits.
Well, these are good power. Geez, that's a monster.
17 power here. There's 4 divers out in the water, and this chap's been counting and measuring. They're all good size, so everything's good.
But it's not long before Howard comes across the first problem.
I'm a fishery officer, so I have come to check on your catch, to see how many and the sizes of the fish that you have. Have you measured while diving? You have? You have measured all these already?
While the guy initially claims he's measured the power, it appears he didn't have anything to do it with.
Sorry, we forgot this one in the car.
That's not really my problem. I mean, you need to be using the right tools at the right moment, okay? So what I've got here, what do you have here? Okay, if I can just measure all your catch and count all your catch, and then we'll talk about what we'll do from there, okay? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
With 11 power, the diver has one too many, but there's other problems here.
How many power?
11. 3 undersize.
Do you want to give me the size?
Yep. 120.
Yep.
121. 121.
In addition to the 3 power under the legal size of 125 millimetres, the couple have got 60 too many cat's eyes. But the woman's hoping the fact they're still on the beach is going to help them avoid a fine.
I don't mean we take them all. I don't mean we take them all.
Well, you've already taken them. Okay, once you put them in your bag, that is taking. Okay. So you need to count as you go. Count and measure as you take them. You have taken them. You have put them in your bag, so you have taken them already. When you take them off the rock, before you put them in your bag, you need to measure them. So as soon as you realised you didn't have the measure, you should have gone back to your car and get the measure so you can come down and do this properly. Well, yeah, but you're not in the water. First I'm going to interview him, speak to him about the undersized power and excess power and the excess cat's eyes. Okay, and then we'll decide what's going to happen from there.
We're not taking them all to the car, so...
It's not about whether you take them from the car, it's when you take them from the rocks, you need to measure and count then, okay?
Eventually, the woman realised there were no excuses. The diver was given an infringement notice for $250 for taking undersized power, and they received a warning for taking too many cat's eyes and their 11th power. Guy Fawkes Night in Wellington means a huge fireworks display on the harbour, with hundreds of boats taking to the water to get a better view. And it's the job of the capital's Maritime Police to make sure they all get home safely.
This fireworks display is normally our busiest night. We get many boats of all sorts We get people and try and swim out to the fireworks barge, and you get a lot of boats that don't have the correct navigation lights, and then you have the carnage afterwards where all the boats head home, and there's a big race to get first back to the boat ramps.
But this year, high winds are forecast, and nobody's sure if the fireworks display will go ahead as planned.
The forecast isn't that flash. It's going to hit probably an hour before the fireworks display is supposed to kick off. So the organisers are checking the forecast all the time. I can see the southerlies just rolling in now, and they're predicting 50 knots. So hopefully that's going to put a damper on the boats that come out. Hopefully they'll stay away.
But even though the wind's picking up, people are still getting ready to go out on the water.
Oh, there you go. This is what we have to put up with on Guy Fawkes night. Alcohol and youth. Lovely combination. And then we give them fireworks.
There's a real potential for chaos later on, and the first thing police have to do is make sure everybody's outside the 300-metre safety zone around the firework barges.
All right, Craig?
Are we all right here?
Yeah, you're fine.
Cool.
Yeah. Have you got navigation lights for later on?
Yeah.
You have?
Yeah.
Cool. Just checking.
So far, everything seems to be going well, and in spite of the weather, people's spirits are high.
Fireworks! What are you lot doing out here? What's happening? Where? It won't work in the rain, haven't you heard? 1 hour to go.
The Guy Fawkes fireworks display is a spectacular sight over Wellington Harbour, but almost as soon as the show starts, police spot a problem. Kayakers are out on the water without navigation lights, and one of them has already disappeared under a boat.
Where's got lights? Hey, you got lights?
Head back to the shore!
Go back to the
shore now!
Once it gets dark, no one will see you! Now! Both of you! Hurry up!
So these idiots have come out with no lights on. The wind's forecasted for 50 knots. The fireworks display is just about to finish. Now all these boats are going to be leaving. We've got a yacht here. This yacht won't even see them. Piggers, get up there! Get up by this kayak!
As the remaining kayaks struggle against the wind, it's only the spotlight from the police launch that's keeping them from being run over.
We've asked them to go back to the shore. One's already capsized. He's gone underneath the hull of a boat. He's okay. He's been picked up by the police boat, the other police boat. He's been taken to shore, but pretty stupid thing to do, you know, for the forecast for tonight. As you can see, they're struggling against the wind, and we're obviously getting close to the shore, but...
And you got all these boats trying to leave all at once, and all they're looking for is other boats of their size.
The kayaks finally make it to shore, but now the police launch has got another problem to deal with.
So these two boats have got snagged, their anchors have got caught up, so just wait here and see if they can sort it out. Someone's going to have to cut their anchor. Did you hear that?
It's a chain.
Someone's going to have to cut theirs.
Well, he's got a rope, he'll have to cut it. He can't cut the chain.
It seems that the only way the boats are going to get out of here is if one of them cuts their anchor loose, but neither skipper wants to make the cut.
You'll have to cut yours.
Someone's going to make the cut. The one with the rope's probably the more appropriate to do the cutting. So hopefully he's going to do that, and the other guy can pick up his anchor and they can return it to each other. Now they're pulling up the anchor and they're both drifting towards each other. They're going to bang into each other. How are we going?
Oh, theirs is up.
Oh, theirs is up.
He's nowhere near you. He's on. I thought it up.
Oh, okay.
Somehow the anchors come free and both boats are free to disappear into the night.
So where's the other guy gone, mate?
Oh,
He's out of there, he's gone. Job over.
But as soon as one job's done, another one comes along. A small boat that's broken down.
G'day! Where are you going to? Seaview.
Yeah.
It's going to get pretty rough going across there.
Yeah.
Getting to Seaview would expose all of them to the full force of the southerly, so the only option is to take them to a wharf in the inner harbour.
You don't want to go alongside our wharf, or a wharf just in the harbour here?
Lines up. Oh, yeah.
Would that be all right?
Yep. It's just so I can get some fuel through in there.
Yep. We'll take you into the wharf where you'll be a bit more sheltered. Cool. It's pretty atrocious conditions. It's been forecasted. A little boat like that's probably not the smartest move.
But even though they're avoiding the roughest waters, the small boat gets tossed around in the wind and sea. Eventually they get into the inner harbour and they can get the broken down boat into the marina.
Well, we're nearly at Savers Marina, so we're going to launch the tender, get them alongside the tender and take them into the marina with this. It's a lot easier in these conditions.
The tender delivered the boat and its passengers safely to shore, and after making a final sweep of the harbour, the police launched Return to Base.
No, they'd just driven up with the blue car.
Down in Kai-moana, fishery officers are still on the lookout for people who are taking illegal power, and Howard's just spotted a group of guys who are gathering in an area where there are very few legal-sized fish.
Well, there's one guy on the rocks beside a bucket and 2 or 3 guys in the water. They're throwing power up to the guy with the bucket. From here they look to be small size possibly.
Down on the rocks there are 2 guys gathering power and one looking after the bucket, but nobody seems to be doing any measuring.
No, I'm Howard, I'm Fishery Officer, this is Mark. We're just going to inspect your catch basically. So you guys know your sizes and limits and that, do you?
85 where I come from.
85 where you come from? You're up from the Naki?
Yeah.
You know what it is for the rest of the country?
Sorry?
You know what it is for the rest of the country?
It's got 145, mate.
125. You got any tools for measuring?
No, we haven't.
Have you done any measuring or any counting today? There's about 20 there. You should be spot on for your count. Have you got any devices for measuring at all?
No, I haven't.
Okay. I'll have a measure up and a count up and see how accurate you are.
Taranaki is the only place in New Zealand where the legal size is 85 millimetres, and it doesn't take Howard long to confirm his suspicion that most of these power are undersize.
Okay, so you got 2 legal size. Okay, 19 undersize.
With 19 undersized power, these guys are about to discover the cost of not reading the fisheries notice posted at the entrance to the beach.
What we're going to do is put these undersized ones back straight away, and we'll go back to the truck, speak to you about it, but we're going to write your tickets, okay, with almost 2 bagfuls of undersized power. That's going to be a ticket for each of the gatherers.
If it was, when there's so many, we really don't have a whole lot of choice. And especially there's no gauges, so there's no possible way you could measure them.
The 2 gatherers each received an infringement notice for $250, and Howard and Mark moved on to the next group of power hunters.
Just up on the point up here, we're just watching a group of about 4. The divers in the water are gathering power and throwing them up to the 2 further up the rocks there and picking them up and putting them in a plastic bag. It's sort of bad practice, really. Any of the power that get thrown up are likely to be damaged if they don't find them or they're undersized. The power are going to be toast anyway.
Do you want to do this and I'll go down, or the other way around?
No, you do these guys, I'll go down.
During the time the group's been watched, only 3 people have been in the water, and the guy in the striped hoodie is already putting his allowance of 10 power in the car.
Hi there. I'm Howard, I'm a fishery officer. Where are all your power? Are these all your power? Yeah. Is there any more that I need to look for? Is there more power? More bags? Just these here? Because my friend is going to come down and he's going to look around Now, I have been watching you and I've seen you throwing your power up. So those power are they're taken if we find them.
It only takes a glance to see that there's too many power here.
There's 10 legal size there and there's more in the bag, a couple more in the bag here.
Mark's found another bag concealed among the seaweed.
What's all that? Come on.
Okay. Well, now I asked you if there were any more.
It's not ours.
Not yours?
Yeah.
No. We just pick up in
Just this one.
I don't believe you.
No. Just this one.
You've been standing here for how long?
The denials are hard to believe, but these guys aren't about to admit to anything.
Yeah, they're all yours. You gathered all this power. You've been standing in this area for a long time. There's been no one else here. We've been watching from up the road.
You know, it's the size. You know, already check this.
These are all legal size. Yeah.
Yeah, legal size.
But legal size isn't the issue here. The two divers have a total of 53 power.
And it looks like they've taken a bag limit for at least all the other people helping up on the shore as well. Who has been in the water gathering power? Hands up. You're up the top? Unless you can show me that why her hair is not wet and why she doesn't have a wetsuit. You are all in the water to get your 10 and she can find some without getting in the water. But how many are you allowed to take off the rocks?
I got 10.
You got 10?
Yeah.
And you got 10? How many did you take?
아니 우리 이렇게 하는 거 아니야? 어떻게?
There are 53 power here. You should only have 20 down here. Okay, because I don't believe your wife and this man here, they were not gathering, and your wife was not gathering.
I understand that, but it's separate.
There are 33 extra. Have you got any explanation for the extra catch?
My fault is just one more, right?
One more?
Yeah.
So you say you've got 11?
Yeah.
This man says he's got 10. So where did the extra come from? Because there are 53 here, minus your 11 is 42.
Yeah.
That means this man has to go to court. 42.
If the other diver claims to be responsible for any more than 30 power, he'll face a prosecution. So it's not surprising that the number he comes up with is just short of that.
We are 28.
No, from evidence, I can count. Oh, no, I'm not going to count again. There are 10 in each bag, and there are 3 on top.
Yeah.
That one your bag?
Yeah.
The argument continues to go round in circles, and it's not long before the guys return to the question of the extra bag Mark found hidden in the weeds.
Another bag is not ours.
Sorry, sir, I don't accept it wasn't yours. I do not accept that it wasn't yours. Because it was a white bag, same as what you guys have been using. It was at your feet.
It's not ours.
If you're not happy with the outcome, okay, if you're not happy with the outcome that we come to today, you can take it to our boss and try to explain it to him.
This man was standing over the bag and he didn't see it.
This lady here was picking up power from off the rocks where they were being thrown up onto the beach, but didn't see them, didn't see the bag.
Do you understand why we don't believe you?
아버님 거기 서 있을 때 못 보셨어요? 이 가방이요?
아니야, 못 봤어.
No.
No, I mean, we're just,
We're wasting our time.
Yeah.
You two guys were the only gatherers. You two were in the water throwing them out. We're just sitting up there watching. You're throwing them out.
This is impossible. 2 hours in the
but either way, you've got excess power. If you had just your 10, I would then maybe be able to believe you.
The 10 there, you go to the water.
I want these back in the water.
Maybe he
so we need to carry on.
He count long.
The diver is still arguing about the extra bag when Mark and Howard wrap it all up and get the power back in the water. By the time they all reach the road, the diver's arguments have given way to the realisation that this is going to cost him money.
Once I've finished interviewing you, I'm going to write you a fine, a ticket, an infringement notice. That's essentially a fine. It'll be for $500.
And the others have all owned up to their part in the offence.
Yeah, no, he admitted that he'd taken the 28, the mystery bag that was found in the water, was actually put there by his father. His father put him into the bag and then dropped him into the sea when he saw us coming. So.
Both divers were fined $500 for taking excess power.